Hi there, everybody. How are you all doing? Haven't made a video in a while. Unfortunately, the sickness hit my house, but we're on the mend and doing good. This is Chelley from Studio 74, USA. I have my first flip through I want to do for you for the first journal that I have up for sale on my Etsy. You can find me there at Studio 74 USA. My name is Chelley Cox. So I thought I'd do a flip through of what this bundle is and let y'all see kind of goodies I've got in there. This is made out of a bubble mailer from an Amazon package. You can hear that. Let's get that beautiful crunch sound that we all love. I've got a tie closure on it that comes completely off. It is made of vintage fabric sewn with vintage lace, and it's nice and big and has lots of room to grow. Let's see here. Made the flower on the outside there with the vintage lace and a little bit of denim and fabric and a button. Patchwork style cover quilt. I love to see the sewing coming through. I named this one. I like to name my journals. I know it's weird. But of course you don't have to name yours. It's nowhere in the book at all. It's just, I guess it's how I choose to know which one I'm talking about and kind of the groove and the vibe I get from it. So I've got a removable tassel here on the spine. It does come on and off. You can see that it's got the little lobster clasp. It's got some fabric and twine and a few little beads on it. But it is removable if you wish to take it off. I just want to make sure I'm still in good view here, guys. I'm still learning with you guys and figuring out how best to do all this stuff. And I really appreciate you all bearing with me while I'm learning. There's so many great people out there doing these junk journals and mixed media. I love mixed media. I am a mixed media artist. I do so many arts and crafts, like I'm all over the place. Can you say squirrel? Squirrel? I'm a true Kentucky Southern girl, and I just have a love of all things crafting. So here's the inside. This has one signature in it. It has a total of 60 pages, I believe. It's on my Etsy. Lots of room to grow. She's nice and chunky right now, but she's got plenty of places to write in her. Plenty of chunky, can grow, tie, and everything. So I named her Midnight Blues, is what I named her. Talk about getting off the subject. I named her Midnight Blues. These are all vintage fabrics that I did in a patchwork style theme. And it feels really nice. It's got good flexibility, good little crunch there. I just love that. I made a little flower I stamped on vintage linen with some doily behind it and burlap. And I actually sewed that in. I do my handmade ruffles. This is a beautiful little blue ruffle. This is a Helen Steiner Rice illustration from one of her books. If you don't know her work, she is a Christian writer of poems and things, but she has the most beautiful illustrations in her books. So I just thought that went really lovely with this journal. I've got some stenciling in the background there. I like to sew and patchwork. Here's let me get something here that we can use so that I can show you the tuck spots in it. I'm just using this random piece of ephemera. Got a tuck spot here with a ruffle. I hand dye most of my papers. If the papers are colored in any way, shape, or form in my stuff, I have colored them, hand dyed them. I use Rit dye. And coffee stain is what I choose to use. Those are my favorites. And I do them in all colors, but my favorites are, of course, the bohemian flares, the teals, the pinks, the denims, and stuff like that. So, and I'll use all kinds of papers in my journals. This is college ruled. Most of the time the lines will fade out, but sometimes not. But you can see it creates you some really great space. You can continue to decorate or write your notes, your quotes, put in your ticket stubs, your little receipts. This is a really good item, guys, that you could use for personal use or gift it to someone who's wanting to make memories and stuff like that. So some more of my paper dyed, handmade paper dyed paper there. Here is a belly band. Got a map, a vintage map with a ruffle, lace, it's a little bit of trim. I like tip-ins. I like things that can fold out and you can look at them too. Here's a coloring page. You could color it, write around it. I love incorporating all kinds of different things that people can look through and see, and maybe next time you don't remember and you catch something different, so that's kind of cool. Some more of that hand-dyed paper. I dry these. It's so simple, guys, to color your own paper. We'll talk about that sometime if any of you all want me to do a video, but I sit them on like grates or like biscuit pans or an old griller pan. That's how it makes these marks. And I don't really worry about, unless I'm doing straight coffee or straight this, when I'm doing like 2 or 3 colors together, I don't really wipe them off. I just kind of let them mix and match and they seep into each other. And it just creates these really cool designs. Got another ruffle here. This is a page, this is a corner page tuck, and it's sewn in, but you can tuck things up towards the corner that way. Can still be decorated if you wish. Some more of the old ledger paper, some vintage lace and ruffles I made. Now this is a magnet. I handmade this. The magnet, of course, I didn't make, but I made the thing that goes around it. It's got some lace, and it opens up, but it's got decoration on both sides, and it truly does magnetize to itself on the other side. So it could go there, it can go at the top, wherever you want to put it. It's repositionable and movable. That's what I love. I love that you all can interact with the book and make it your own and change things around, because that's important for you to make it your own once you get it. Little tablature there for a pretty ruffled ribbon. Here's another dyed. This one had a stencil on top of it when it dried. So like the flower stencil wheel was there, and it dried, and it just kind of all seeped in together. I used raffia for the tying of the signature, and it is quite strong. I mean, you wouldn't think it is, but it is. And I reinforced the spine also once I put it in on the back, so that would give it a little extra support. So this is the back side of the signature where they just keep going. I made some I hand-did some feathers, and these come out. This is out of washi tape. This gold one here is out of washi tape, and it just feels so soft. It's neat. And I believe this is washi tape as well, but I make them out of fabric. I make them out of all kinds of stuff. There's your corner tuck there with a ruffle. Another corner tuck with a ruffle. Very old ledger paper. Another Helen Steiner Rice picture. Got you a tuck right here, a pocket tip in. Here's another one of those magnets that I made that you can clip and take off and put anywhere. And I actually have I believe I made this out of faux suede or faux leather piece on that feather, and I glued it down. Other side of that coloring page. Got a tuck in here where you can put some things and photos. Now here's your corner. Here's your an actual corner tuck that moves. So it's decorated on this side. It's got some old vintage fabric and the whatever you call that, the selvage edge of the fabric is there. I thought that was neat. And then I have a stamped image of a little cottage there, and it's It can go on any page that you wish. It can move around. Sweet little decoration there. Some more hand-dyed paper. Vintage fabric. This is so pretty. I love this fabric. I'm starting to run out of it finally, but it is so pretty. It's got little children in it and birds. It looks like a little castle. Got a little tab there. Another corner tuck. Another side tuck here. And you see that this is some gold vine and a little Helen Steiner Rice patchwork piece of paper that I sewed together. Back side of that, some more dyed paper. So I played off of the blues and the grays, and so that's why I named her Midnight Blues. She just feels really, really good, soft, crunchy, and you can just take your lace closure, wrap it around, tie it, and you can see she's got plenty of room to grow, plenty of writing space. You could draw, you could art journal, you could keep memories, receipts. I think she measures 10 inches by 8.5 inches. 10 inches by about 8.5. And also with this bundle, I like to give little groupings that you can continue to play with. So I'm not going to open this up all the way, but I'll try to walk you through it a little bit and let you see it. There's a belly band in here I made that's sewn. There's old vintage papers. There's a child's book. There's a piece of hand-dyed linen that I dyed the same way as I do my papers. Another piece of vine, old vintage children's books. I think there's about 18 pieces of ephemera, things to play with. There's a peacock snippet here in the blues, a blue ruffle. Here's a piece of golden lace. I've got some Rolodex cards in there. A very old vintage piece, I don't know if you can see that, a very old vintage piece of dictionary from like 1927. So that goes along with the pack, guys, so that you can continue to play and decorate and create. And it's in my Etsy. It's at Studio 74 USA. I live in Kentucky. I offer free shipping in the United States for all of my products. Anything outside of the United States, international, we would just need to work up by country, and you know, the buyer would have to pay for the shipping on that. I've got lots of things coming up that we're going to be doing. Going to continue with some videos. I know in my Etsy store I have it's sort of a Valentine-y, but pink, but it doesn't really scream Valentine all the way around. There's a mixed media pack lot there ready, and in my Etsy that has bukus of stuff in it, guys. And then I made another one a couple of days ago that's got like 100 pieces in it, and it's got everything but the kitchen sink. Seriously, if you'll read the Etsy listing, it's got so many goodies in it that you could just take that pack and get your book. And I think I've even got a little mini book in that pack for you to even just start playing in right away. So I thank you guys for watching. Thank you to my subscribers. I'm just getting started. I'm a real newbie, but I love this. I love crafting. I love mixed media, and I love seeing what everybody else does and their talents. So thank you so much, and we'll be getting the next video up soon, and talk to you guys later. Bye.